likes to tease her about how she almost murdered her brother. She is brilliant. She's one of those people that when you're near them, you're like, I am smarter just because I am close to her. So I'm really excited to have you guys hear more about it. And yeah, let me bring on Elizabeth. Please give her a big hand.
I have a history of some really shitty job reviews. Words like aggressive, loud, harsh, and rude were not just used once in my many job reviews, they were used multiple times. In fact, one time I was even called the opposite of soft, whatever that means. The trouble with these assessments is that they aren't tangible qualities I can fix. It's not tardiness. These were very human critiques of my personhood. After a while, I started to think of myself a little bit like a cotton candy head wearing a leather jacket, which I'm wearing leather for you today just to really hammer this visual down, but the fact is that I started to block myself off from criticism. See, my goal in life was to become a director, and that criticism prevented me from being able to see the qualities that would have made me a very good director. Ironically, I was never bad at my job. My bosses loved me. By the time I was 25, I had won my first Emmy. And in 2007, I brought my news team to YouTube, which at the time, let me tell you, that was a goddamn feat. But I knew that I had an uphill battle. Only 30% of news directors are women. And as I stand here today, only 3% of commercial directors are women. If I was going to succeed, I had to stop being a stubborn cotton candy head and start to pay attention. We have this image of directors as being people who yell action and give people orders. But in fact, through watching directors, I realized the best directors are professional listeners. They focus in on every nuance to reveal beautiful stories for you and your audiences. When we listen to our crew or our team, we learn how to improve our ideas. When we listen to our bosses, we see what they see in us, the good and the bad. See, the fact is that through listening, you start to earn people's trust. And the best leaders work on earning that trust and giving trust in return. But trust is just a fun idea until you realize that what it really allows you to do is be goddamn honest. You get to drop truth bombs right and left everywhere you go. You get to have an honest dialogue with yourself and the people that you work with to improve the outcomes of the work you're doing. And there's nothing better than that. In my last real job before starting my business, I had a profoundly frank relationship with my boss, John. When he asked me what I thought, I always told him the truth, and he always did the same in return. So when I walked into his office to tell him I was going to quit, I knew that it was going to be a scary situation. I didn't want to lose this relationship. But he said to me, Liz, I have faith in you. I trust that you're making the right decision. And he said, let's work together immediately, which is really great for the bottom line, so let's be honest about that as well. The fact is that without that honest relationship, I don't know that I would have believed in myself enough to make that final leap over the finish line. I spent the first 2 years of my business busting my butt by myself, and let me tell you, that will make you very, very, very humble, and all you really want is some serious help. So when I started looking for my first employees at My Dear, I knew two things with absolute certainty. We were going to work hard, and we were going to listen to each other, to our crews, to our clients, and to our collaborators. And that's led to some pretty fantastic things. We've seen our clients raise millions of dollars and get millions of views. We've had our work featured in the New York Times and the Huffington Post. But more importantly, we've had honest, meaningful, and fun collaborations along the way. Now, I absolutely can't purport to be the perfect boss. One of the great things about having an honest environment is your employees will tell you when you really suck. But I'm more committed than ever to earning their trust every day and maintaining that honest collaboration. Part of that happens through the job reviews I have now, where I start to see through my employees' eyes how I live up to what they need from me and how I fail them. That trust allows me to be more ambitious, more creative, and and braver in everything that we do. I am proud to be the founder and CEO of My Ear, and I'm proud to say that my bad job reviews made me a really killer leader. But now I want to have an honest conversation with you. Think for a second about your last bad job review and ask yourself, how would you grow? What would you learn? Whose trust would you earn if you chose to listen? Thank you.